Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and Season 1 is upon us. I wanted to show you what it looks like when it starts, and the build that I'm going to be going with, the class that I'm going to be going with, and all of that to help you get a jump start here on Season 1. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, when you start Season 1, you're going to have to select the seasonal option after you create your character. I know I was a little bit confused for about 30 seconds. I was like, wait, how do I pick seasonal? It's not letting me pick seasonal. You can have like your section where you select hardcore or skip campaign, and then after that it will pop up a menu that asks you if you want to do the seasonal realm or the eternal realm. Now once you create your character, I'm going to be going with a Necromancer and showcasing the leveling method that I'm going to be going with, the leveling build here in this video. But now we can finally see what the renown is going to look like. So you definitely want to go into your map, and then it's W on PC to claim rewards, and then this is what it's going to look like. You got about 2.5 levels here. I was maxed on my renown, and you can see that I'm getting more than 2 in every single area. So I'm going to be able to get the 5 skill points and the potion capacity by claiming this right here. And then I'm actually leveling up in the background. So when I close this, you can see that I'm already level 2. And then we can come over here and speak right here, and we're going to get the seasonal mechanic kicked off, and boom. Now what I'm going to be doing, and it's going to walk you up here as well, but what I'm going to be doing is kind of just leveling up as fast as I can to get to level 17, and I'm going to be grouping up to run the dungeon Champion's Demise. You can see that your minimap is going to be uncovered, but we have to get these waypoints. We cannot see like all the side waypoints. We have the main ones. So I'll be going to the one that's closest to Champion's Demise. You can see Champion's Demise is over here. And then we also have seasonal objectives on some of these dungeons right here. But I'll be doing a deep dive guide into all that. What I'm going to be doing right now is showcasing my build from 1 to 50, but since it is my first character and the season just launched minutes ago, I did want to cover some of this basic type stuff for you real quick. And also just a couple really quick hit tips for you when you are leveling up your first character. Make sure you claim your renown, keep your skill points spent, keep drinking elixirs. A lot of people forget to craft elixirs and drink them every 30 minutes as long as you have the materials to do so. And you want to be kind of crunching your legendaries and stuff like that to get some of the materials, and you want to be selling your blues and yellows for the most part. Also remember, I don't believe the split farming renown has been changed at all yet. So you can go around on like a world tier 1 quickly or whatever, and you can clear 4 different dungeons in your party and get the renown as a group and get renown 4 times faster by clearing all of those dungeons on the map to get that progress. So, okay, for my Necromancer build here, that's going to get me into World Tier 3 and 4 that I'm going to be going with during the progression phase of the game. We're going to be going with a hybrid of the Summoner and the Bone Spear. Bone Spear is still going to be a very solid skill, even after some of the adjustments that came this week. So this is what my skill tree is going to look like. We've got Raise Skeleton and Golem, Corpse Tendrils, Army of the Dead, Bone Splinters as our basic, and then Bone Spear as our right-click, our spammable damage. And then over here on the skill tree, I've got the path that I'm going to be taking over here on the left if you pull up the leveling path. And there is a couple different things we want to do. So we want to switch over from the supernatural bone spear. We want to switch that to the paranormal one that's going to give us more AoE clear once we are able to get the corpse tendrils that will help us proc vulnerable. So there's some things you can do here to min-max it on your way and like remove points and add points here and there, but it's really pretty simple. You do want to take advantage of the bone spear that's going to make them vulnerable until you have your corpse tendrils procking vulnerable for you, and at that point you can switch on over here to the paranormal bone spear. And other than that, not really a whole lot to talk about. We do want to remove Corpse Explosion when we start developing our minion army. We do want to take that off of our bar because you saw that the final version just had Corpse Tendrils and all of the other stuff. We're going to work towards filling up our bar first. So once we get like the Army of the Dead, then we can start taking some of these other bonuses that are going to make the build stronger. But you do want to rush to the Ossified Essence for sure and get that passive online as fast as possible. And then we're just going to kind of fill up the bar, and we're going to be leveling up with our hybrid of the Bone Spear and the minions. And then at that point, it's going to be time to transition into World Tier 3 and 4, and I will get you an updated build on this guide and what is going to be best for Season 1 as you're going into World Tier 4. That will be coming very soon, here within a day or two, I'm sure. As far as the aspects that you want to watch out for, it would be really good to get the aspect of disobedience on your gear. It was nerfed a little bit. It's still going to be free toughness that you want to focus on getting, and that is a codex. What I did was I went through and I put a bunch of different ones that are available either in doing dungeons or doing the codex and all of that to help you kind of see which ones are going to make sense to watch out for. But none of this is really like super necessary when you're leveling. You just want to kind of get as much of it filled out as you can. But I did fill this out for you in case you want to tab on through and see all of them on here, the ones that you're going to want to prioritize. But really quickly, unyielding is going to be really nice because for big fights, boss fights, stuff like that, you can pop your Army of the Dead, and then your minions are going to be absolutely crazy right here with the 70% attack speed and taking reduced damage that you can pop for those big opportunities, and that is straight from the Necromancer Codex. And we do have one right here, the aspect of reanimation, where we are going to get increased damage for our skeletons. Obviously, we can get that one from Alderwood and Skogsland, so there's a couple that you do want to watch out for here. And then on our jewelry, we've got the splintering aspect right here, and then we've got the aspect of torment, and also the requiem aspect is going to help us from the codex. And then obviously grasping veins is going to be a great one to watch out for. Now, while we're leveling, you just kind of want to go with the best stuff you get on there and get your pluses. But if you do have something that it has like a skill point to Bone Spear or something, it's probably worth holding off and leaving that on until you have like a really significant upgrade, because we want to prioritize damage as we're leveling and clearing content that we can clear efficiently. Like I said, I'm probably going to be running into Champion's Demise, lane farming. There's all sorts of different ways you can level up. Strongholds are really good, and there's different methods you can kind of go about min-maxing. I'm probably going to group up with a good friend of mine in Veiled Shot and maybe some other people in the team here that are leveling. And also to talk about the class masteries, you're going to want to do this as soon as you can here on whatever class you're playing basically, but definitely on the Necro, especially going with the summoning style right here. So we're going to be taking the Reapers. They are just awesome. Like that's the one we want to go with while leveling here for the Skeleton Warriors. On the Mages, we are going to take the Cold, and we're going to go with each time your Cold Mages damage enemies with their primary attack, you gain 2 essence. We really need a lot of essence. Before we've got our build perfectly min-maxed with every single slot what we want it to be, we're going to need that constant filling of essence to help us keep up the flow. And then the Blood Golem is going to help us while healthy. Your Blood Golem gains damage reduction and 50% increased damage. So that's the quick breakdown here of the different nodes to take for your minions and your skill bar and some of the aspects to watch out for and all of that. So I will link to this down below if you want to be able to pull it up and look at the leveling process. This can be popped up on the left side, and you tab that on and off by the leveling path up here on the top right. When you click on that link down below, you can pull that up, and that's going to be mostly the route that I'm going to be going with. It can change a little bit depending on where I'm at and what I'm doing and the gear that drops and some of the ways that the leveling process is flowing, but that's going to be kind of a canvas of what I plan on doing. And it even does show you when I remove a point and switch on over to something else, kind of like within that certain time frame of when I'm looking to do so. So good luck in Season 1. I am going to get to the grind and be going all day, all weekend, and to try to get as many different videos out there covering Season 1 and all of the news and the meta and the builds and the tier lists and everything for you here on the channel. So it would mean a lot to earn your sub down below if you enjoy daily Diablo 4 content. Enjoy Season 1, and I will see you soon in the next video. Peace.